Oop, there's another hit. Got him.
Today I'm going to start a series dissecting what I believe to be the ultimate bass fishing hole. It's got everything a bass could want, from food to cover to deep water access, everything. So here's a crude diagram that I've drawn up. We can see on it the main lake up top. It's got some deeper water access, all types of hard cover, undercut banks in light green, and most importantly, it's only about 100 feet wide in its widest spot, which I think is very important for shore fishing. Just while we're on it, a quick note about shore fishing. I've always had a deep respect for it. I have 2 boats, so it's not like it's my only option, but I've been fly fishing for trout my entire life, and I see shore fishing as being every bit as respectable as boat fishing is.
So the bait of the day today, apparently, is my little sungill colored fluke. Pre-spawn, they're all over the bluegills. And the knife of the day today is my Spyderco Chaparral FRN with XHP. Always carry a knife when fishing. It's one of the most useful tools. There's the little signs you look for, or in this case, big signs. There we go, finally. Little guy. That's okay. Alright, little dinker. Not the worst I've caught. Alright, certainly not the best. Alright, buddy. Go become a 10-pounder. There is all sorts of amazing wildlife in an area like this because it's so, just so fertile. Back here in a place like this, you have everything, all types of bird species, turtles. There's a couple enormous snapping turtles in this area. Snakes, all types of really cool snakes, little water snakes. They'll come just chill with you. I even think I might have seen a cottonmouth one time back here. There aren't a ton of them in Massachusetts, but they do exist. They're almost endangered up here, but when you spend several thousand hours a year in an area, you'd be surprised at what you see. Tons of different types of sweet spiders, fishing spiders that, those, they get to be the size of tarantulas. They're so cool. And trying to think of what other types of cool spiders there are. Various or weaver and argiope species, or however you pronounce that. Argiope. Those things that people call banana spiders. But that being said, there are also enemies like ticks. So that's one of those things you really have to, after every trip, you have to inspect yourself in the shower. Because I got Lyme disease back in 2004. It was not fun. It was a horror show for about 5 years. So you really, really need to inspect yourself for ticks. Oh, there's a little something. That was a really subtle little hit. Oh, that would be because you're about 8 inches long. What's up, little buddy? Yeah. Don't worry, you will be back to terrorizing the bluegills that you can't even eat. Jeez. All right. Go become a 10-pounder, bud. There's always a definitive click when the pre-spawn starts happening for real and the largemouth really come out. Prior to that, it's a lot of trout. I just come out here with my fly rod and smash trout because, you'll get a couple little you know, oop, there's another little follower. You know, you'll get a couple bass here and there, but this entire area filled with trout. My brother and I were here only a couple months ago, and man, there were a dozen trout just chilling right here, and they were smashing everything from nymphs to woolly buggers. Oop, there's a little hit. Come on. Ooh, that's better. All right. Nice. There's a good solid 2-pounder. He was hanging right up in that little spot. See where that tree is? Right off to the left of there. Not a bad little fish. And home you go. With the fluke bite, you always have to watch very closely, because a lot of times they just go and run. So you have to watch for the swirl. Because a lot of times the action that you impart on the bait is a much greater sensation than the action of a fish hitting. Chickadees are going nuts. Ooh. Some sort of predator in the area. Hear that chickadee dee 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 dee. The more they do that, the more the chickadees do that, the more nervous they are. The more D's they add, and the more frantically they do it, the more nervous they are. Could mean that there's some funny owl in the area. There's some sort of predator. Oh, nice. That's a decent one. Ah, little guy. Boy, you hit like a 3-pounder, you did. Tiny little buddy. It's all right. He hit with the viciousness. That's all that matters. Means that you're going to be all right. You got some savagery in you. You will survive this jungle back here. These are the one bait that I really stockpile. Well, these and pumpkin Senkos are the, oop, there we go. Come on, stay out of there. Stay out of there. Up, 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 up. There we go. Oh, that's a little better. That might be the best one of the day. That hit there was another really good example of what they do to this fluke. This fluke short circuits their brain somehow. You know, I mean, it's not a mystery. They see a bluegill colored thing clearly struggling, and it sends them into a frenzy under the right circumstances. Ooh. Another huge follower. I mean, I don't know if he was huge, but he was really interested. So this here is my favorite fluking combo by a long shot. And it's the one that I've been using for the last 3 years. It is a St. Croix Legend X 6/8 medium extra fast tip with an Aldebaran. And the reason that I love this rod, the St. Croix Legend X medium, is that the tip on it is really, really soft. So it really helps you get that beautiful underwater walk the dog action with a fluke. Sounds like there might be wolves about. Possibly a Yeti. Ooh. Oh, that was a hit. They are all over this fluke today. Oop, there's another hit. Got him. Oh no. Hope I didn't hook him funny. Sometimes when they flap hard like that, you hook them funny. Alright, it's okay, pal. Okay, no, that wasn't too bad. You're just a little psycho. This area is another example back here where you see lures hanging in the trees. Spinner baits hanging in the trees. People F up when they throw it back here. So if you have any skill with a bait caster, you can pull some really good fish out from that area because they're not used to seeing it back there. It's the same as if you were on a boat. All right, boys, we got him. Yes. And that right there is the reason that I use a leader on braid. Oop, there we go. Ah, rats. That undercut, they really hang out underneath that undercut there. That whole bank goes well under there. But that's a little bit of a struggle if you get one over there. They're about 4 logs you have to haul them over. But I've done it. I mean, that's what you gotta do. You gotta get good with those skills if you're gonna be a serious shore fisherman. Oop, there's a good one. Come on, little buddy. Alright, not the biggest thing in the world, but we'll take them. Nice little 1/4 pounder, 1/2 pounder tops. Alright, buddy. Go become a 10 pounder.